is up? Thanks for coming back for another edition of the Horror Debate. I'm excited about this week's debate. This is Jeff Rowdy J. here alongside me, Michael Mandy.
And this week we are debating a French movie, but don't let that deter you. It's from Dimension Extreme, so that means
EC Dub.
It's
EC Dub.
unrated.
I'm sorry.
It's called Inside, directed by...
what's coming down. I listened to 5150 recently. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a break over here. I'm excited. I told you, this is good stuff.
Okay, so it's directed by two French guys, Alexandre Bustillo and Julien Maury, and I'm sorry, I don't speak French, so if I screwed it up, I'm sorry, guys.
We screw up half the names we say, Mikey. Come on.
At least we're trying to give you credit.
Well, we hear you.
But anyways, what's the plot of this film?
Mike.
Run it down
Mike,
for us.
I was so excited to watch this film. This has got a good cover, by the way. Just forget about the plot for a second and look at the cover.
I showed my wife the cover, and she just said, I am not looking at that movie.
Oh, my goodness. Scissors on a pregnant belly with blood.
Yeah.
Right? So that kind of tells you the plot right there. You got a pregnant lady driving down a rainy road with her husband, boyfriend, lover, whatever the heck he is, right?
Yep.
And they get in an auto accident head on with another car, and he dies. But she survives, and the baby survives.
And she's all alone, and she's pretty pissed off, too.
Yeah. And so now flash forward a little bit, and you end up Christmas Eve.
And she ain't happy on Christmas Eve, is she?
No, she's not.
Oh.
But what do you get? You get a little of
Let's just say Santa Claus didn't come knocking at the door.
Yeah, well, hey, somebody came knocking at the door.
That's right.
You get a little a la Strangers territory.
Yeah, it started to venture in Strangers, and I was going, uh-oh.
Yeah, but the lady, the psycho lady that's at the door, I got to give her all the props in the world, man. She was, not only was she fugly, she was scary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was...
Well, it must have been that gap tooth, the gap in between.
I got the gap tooth, too.
And you're pretty fugly and scary, too.
I'm fugly and scary. I know.
If you came pounding at my door going, hey, let me in. Mike, open the damn door. I'd be like, no!
Hey, that's all right. It's all right to have the gap. You just gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But the lady, she played it so well, being the cold, kind of calculating psycho killer. You know what I mean? And when she's talking through the door, and all of a sudden you realize she knows Sarah's name.
Well, the creepy thing was, and it's so funny because this was all in the dubbing. And it's pretty rare that a dubbed voice, who's not the actor or whatever. I mean, all you see is Sarah looking up at the door, and you just hear, hey, my car broke down. Can you call? Can you help open up the door and let me in? And she's like, no. And Sarah, just open up the door.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Whoa!
But there proves my point, Mike.
Yep.
There proves my point is that you forget you're watching a dubbed movie.
Right.
You're so into the story. I mean, the props, huge props to these people for doing this. I mean, it's unbelievable. Between the actors and the direction in this movie, it was a perfect setup.
I find it hard to believe that these directors had not done anything before. I mean, these are first-time directors.
I watched the extras on the disc, and I'll tell you what, they weren't really together all that much. It didn't seem like, they were kind of scrambling to get things done. But I'll tell you, the end product, you would never know it.
Yeah, and there were so many cool things in this film.
Oh,
that first-time directors normally don't do. I mean, these guys paid attention to the visuals. And what about when she thinks the lady's gone away, and she's watching the TV, and she's kind of asleep, and the camera pulls back, and you see the door behind her was open.
Yes.
And then it pulls in a little bit to...
A la what? A la Strangers.
Like Strangers, and then it comes back, and there was the face.
Yes.
But then the face kind of faded away because she stepped back a little bit.
And great use of lighting.
And also great use of the music.
Yes.
That music, get this, in the soft, nice part, it's pretty eerie piano music, kind of like the beginning of Masters of Horror.
Yeah.
That little dissonant piano, 2 or 3 notes playing a little thing. But then when the freaky stuff happens in this movie, it starts getting to weird electronica, distorted crap. But some of it was going left and right. Even when a crow flew over, I was like, whoa, did a bird get in my house?
It was beautiful.
The sound was cool.
Sound was cool. I mean, I was into this movie from the 5-minute mark. As soon as it started, I was like, wow.
But then...
And what was Lewis Black doing in this movie, by the way?
I don't know.
He wasn't Lewis Black. He looked like Lewis Black. Supposedly her boss.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
He looked just like Lewis Black. The first thing I said to my wife was, Lewis! I was expecting him to get up and do stand-up.
Who the hell's... Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah,
okay,
Louis Black. He looks just like you, man, from a distance especially. I was like, that's Louis
Now
Black.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, okay.
But then, as I was loving this film up until the 50-minute mark. Because, okay, now I understand that people in horror movies have to do stupid things because otherwise it'll be a pretty short movie. Kind of like when Michael Myers, Jamie Lee Curtis stabs him. She doesn't run outside the house, get in the car, and drive to the police station. No, she's got to go upstairs so he can still have terror.
Right.
This movie, the most retarded police show up to her house to check in on her.
Yeah.
But they did do one smart move.
They called in.
Well, they called in. Just, yeah, we're here, and they went and so she comes, and then they had a flash, and they knock back and go, "Excuse me, I just had one other question."
Yes.
And that's and I
Did
went,
you
yes,
mark out?
Smart.
I marked out for that, man.
I went, yes,
yeah,
smart. But then that's when the stupid stick started to come out.
Well, there was a lot of stupid stick, and I kept counting the stupid stick thing.
And I kept going, damn it, this movie is good. Why are you doing this?
From the police to the fact that she had a gun. The cop gave her a gun.
Uh-huh.
She was laying in bed with the gun in her hand. And what did she do when she got up?
Well, here's the stupid part. She was laying in the bed. Now, look. There's a psycho in your freaking house. The cops come. Nobody calls for backup when they realize there's a psycho in your house. And he says, oh, she ran out the window. I'm going out to the car to call for help. Why don't you go lay down in bed?
Yeah.
It's like, I'd be saying, hell no, you're taking my butt in the car with you and we're driving
Why
away.
didn't they take her to the car? Why didn't they take her to the car immediately?
Exactly. I threw something at the screen.
Yeah.
I was so mad. Because I'm
very frustrated.
This movie had it.
It had everything going for it till then, but you know what, Mike? Even as stupid as it got, even as stupid as the characters were, it still rocked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talk about the riot gun to the head. Did you love that?
Well, what about the
and when he got
police,
back up?
What about the police nightstick?
I mean, Dane almost turned into like a zombie movie, Mike.
Man. Yeah.
He's over there when he's over there trying to turn the lights back on after he's been hit in the head with the riot gun and there's a whole like piece of his skull missing, right? And he's over there and he's like, reminded me of that dude from Dawn of the Dead, right?
And that's the other thing. People on the internet, there are no zombies in this movie. He was not a zombie.
No, he was brain damaged.
Brain damage, exactly.
Yeah. Hit with a riot gun to where, like I said, a chunk of his skull was out.
And there were no vampires in this movie. So many stupid people on the internet. Well, why was he turned into a zombie? He was not turned, and there's no vampires.
Right.
This chick, the psycho, was no vampire coming out.
Although that was a comment that I made myself was, what, is this turned into a zombie flick? You know, just because of the way he looked and the way he moved, he had the darkness under his eyes. But that's what happens when you get hit in the head point blank with a riot gun, folks.
Exactly.
You know? So, talk about the spray. Talk about the spray, Mikey. Talk about... You
gotta admit, when he is it boom! Oh my God!
Oh,
that caught you totally off guard.
Well, talk about
like, wow.
Talk about when she accidentally kills that lady. I'm not gonna give it away, but like when she accidentally stabs the chick in the neck.
A lot of people say that was a stupid stick moment, but no, I'm sorry. When your adrenaline is pumping and pumping, and you think sometimes you react before your brain takes the information that your eyes just gave you.
Right. Well, think about it. Boom. Think about it though. Yeah. You think this lady's the only one in your house, right? You're in an upstairs bathroom.
Nobody called out.
Nobody. Whoop, the door opens. It's stick. Now talk about the spray though, Mikey. Come on. The spray was killer.
Oh yeah.
You know, she sticks it in her neck, pulls it out. She's spraying like a freaking sprinkler system. You know, it was beautiful.
Yeah, there was a lot of arterial spray in this movie.
But they played it right. They didn't play it stupid.
This movie delivered what Saw promised but did not deliver.
Correct.
This movie delivered with what Hostel promised and did not deliver.
Correct.
I mean, this Hostel 2 promised and it didn't deliver. The Hills Have Eyes, the remake with Alexander Aja, that promised and no. This movie, I was watching this, even I went, oh, no. Oh, Jesus. I saw that. You got to admit, if you can't, women who should not, you know, on roller coasters, they say pregnant woman should not ride this ride.
Pregnant woman shouldn't watch this movie.
No, do not watch this movie.
Wow. I'll tell you what, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to be very careful on how I say this, but at the end of the movie, okay, or close to the end of the movie, when the extraction is being taken place, okay, I've never been pregnant, obviously. My wife's been pregnant 4 times, but I felt the pain of that scene. and
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
The
it was
end
done
was-
so well. When and the actress, I should say, played it so realistically. It was, I mean, I
it
can't even
was
tell
brutal.
you. It was almost like there was just a pain reaction from when it first went in. Okay, and then her sounds, her scream, her moan. It was unbelievably cool and intense. I can't even tell you. Just watch the movie. This movie, you got to see it. You
Yeah.
got to see it to appreciate it. I can harp on it all day long.
And you cannot watch this movie with a bunch of people drinking beers
No.
in the back, hooting and hollering. No. Turn all the lights off. Watch it at midnight.
Yeah, this is not a party movie,
No.
folks.
At midnight, you have got to let this movie totally envelop
Yeah.
your entire world. And afterwards, when it's over, you'll be going,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. You know what? I can't think of a lot of movies that attempted this sort of thing that actually got it right.
This
got it
movie-
right for the most part. Like I
Yeah.
said, there were a few instances where you went, "What are you doing?"
What? Yes,
You know?
gosh, that was frustrating.
But
Gosh.
Mike, this. Oh, this
Yeah,
is gonna
that's
be,
the thing. Do you want to say, I enjoyed this movie?
You know,
Aha, no,
well,
I-
I tell you what, I got up, I did like the wave afterwards. I was like, why? I was like, hey, man.
After the movie, I was like going, damn, I need to sit down.
Yeah, this was a big heavy deal.
I went and took a shower.
Yeah, big heavy deal.
This was wow.
I'll tell you what, Mike. Between 4 and 5 stars here, I'm wavering, but I'm going to give it 4
Yes.
due to the fact that
There were some stupid.
there were some
moments.
stupid instances, but directorial wise, writing wise, acting wise, even the overdubbing, as good as I could imagine it.
Yeah.
The casting, as good as I could imagine it. So I mean, we're talking, we're on that teeter totter between 4 and 5. But just because I got frustrated with the characters,
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah. 4 stars.
Yeah, but it absolutely tracked
But
this
you know,
flick down.
kind of like Chaos. You know, I even thought this delivered more than Chaos. I mean, at the end of Chaos,
Oh.
I felt wow. You know,
Yeah.
I felt drained. But this movie drained me more.
No, I don't think so. I got to tell you, at the end of Chaos, I felt dirty.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I didn't
felt
feel
dirty after
dirty
this.
at the end of this movie. I
did.
I felt like I needed to go through a car wash with the T-tops off. Okay, that's what I felt like at the end of Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, this is not a yeah.
this is easily a 4.5 star flick, but we don't do half, so I'm going to stick with 4. But like I said, you guys have to see this film.
Yeah, see this film. I don't know if you'll enjoy it, but at least you'll say, wow, this movie promised and this movie delivered.
And props again, I got to say it one more time, to the overdubbers. This is how it's done. This is what you want to do. This is how to get your audience into it, is make the voices fit the characters.
And not only that, try to match like what they used to do back in the old days of dubbing, was they wouldn't just do the words literally, but they would watch the shapes of what the mouths are doing.
Phonetically.
And then try to fit the words, like in the Clint Eastwood spaghetti western films. You can tell they're overdubbed, but it looks like they're kind of speaking the correct
Yeah.
words, because they're not saying the exact words. They're saying, what word does it look like he's saying, and will make him say that.
Right.
So I think that's what they probably did with this, because I don't think it was a literal.
Yeah.
Because the mouths weren't all flapping away, and then something totally different came out.
Wonderfully done, masterfully done. I want to see what these guys do next.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Rumor has it they're going to do a sequel to the remake of Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These two guys?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's rumor. It's on the internet.
Oh, please let it be true. Oh, please let it be true. I'm totally impressed with
All
these
right.
guys. I mean, let's leave it
Yeah.
at that. I mean,
I just you know,
Halloween, baby.
yeah, but I mean, going back, we've seen all these 8 films to die for. Most of them are by first-time directors. You know what? First-time directors, look at this movie. This is
Yeah.
the way it's done.
Oh my God,
All right?
absolutely.
This is the way it's done.
Yep.
All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.